In this video we're going to look at fitting the rear speaker kit to a Suzuki Jimny. In most markets the cars do not come with rear speakers, but they come with all the wiring ready to accept the installation using this kit. Depending on which country you're in, the kit comes in various forms. Some countries sell it as one complete kit, others do it in two different boxes. In the UK it's available in two boxes, but I have combined those into a single kit. In the kit you get the metal frames with which to mount the speakers into the inner wing of the rear of the car, and you also get the sort of ancillary parts in the second part of the kit with which to mount and install the speakers into the brackets themselves. The instructions are the usual Suzuki pictorial ones, which are difficult to follow, hence this video. And you'll also need a speaker kit. I bought some Pioneer 13cm ones, which is the ones that Suzuki actually use for themselves to do this. If you want the speaker mounting kit, then it's available from the big Jimny store. The link is to the top right of this picture. And so on with the install. The first steps are to remove the trim to get to the speaker mounting positions. First one is the door sill. You can see me using a trim tool here just to open up the trim and then lift it out with my hands and fingers. Hands and fingers are pretty effective at this. Being new, the trim is a bit stiff. Make sure you do this on a warm day. Removing plastic things on a cold day ends up snapping the little tags and that kind of thing. So nice and warm and a fairly firm pull. Moving inside the car, we've now got to remove the base of the rear seat. Grip the seat at the front and give it a good firm pull up. You can see some polythene left from the original delivery. Pull it straight up and then reach underneath the back of the seat and disconnect the seatbelt alert wires. These are wired into the seat to alert when people are sitting on it with no seatbelt on. So disconnect these wires and then pull the whole of the seat squab clear of the car. Moving around to the back of the car, remove the accessories box by pulling it up. These are only fitted on the higher trim level models in the UK. And then lift out the carpet section that goes into the boot floor. In the boot on either side are two little plastic covers that go over part of the mounting system. These just pull vertically upwards. I needed to prise them to get them to start to unclip, but once they unclipped they were easily lifted out. And then remove the side panel. These have got these little studs that just slide a screwdriver blade into the side of the stud where there is a little recess and pop the center of the stud out, and then once the center's popped out, the whole stud comes out and you can throw it on the floor like I did. Remove the studs from all the way around the panel. Then remove the rear panel itself by prising it up with your fingers and gently and carefully pull it away from the internal retaining studs that go all the way around the edge, including down the front pillar and around the seam of the front door. And finally remove the wires from the back of the power socket if it's fitted on your model, and you can then lift the rear panel completely clear. And now onto the fitting itself. The first bit is to put some tape around the speaker wires as per the diagram in the Suzuki instructions, just to hold the ends of the wires together. In the kit is a strip of grey felt which now needs sticking around the speaker. The felt splits into two. It looks like a single strip, but is in fact two strips combined into one. Split the strip in two and then stick it right round the lip of the speaker. And then fit the little wires you made earlier. The spade connectors are different sizes, so they only go on one way round. The next stage is to fit some protective strips onto the speaker mounts themselves. As these stick on with adhesive, you have to make sure the surface is clean first. So they recommend using a degreasant to take any pressing grease off of the mounts that may exist from manufacturer. Stick the little strips on, noting that these are different between the left hand and right hand speaker mount. What they do is they stick on the edge and wrap round the edge. They're designed to protect any wires in the car from rubbing against the sharp edges of the speaker mount. Next, offer up the bracket to the mounts inside the car wing and then use the 4 bolts to secure the mount firmly into the wing. And likewise, put the speaker itself into the mount and then using the 4 black screws, attach the speaker firmly into position. The built-in wiring loom has a connector sellotaped to it at the top, so release the connector and then join it up to the speaker like so. You then tape the wires to the loom and then using some other bits of tape cut them up and fold them and stick them over the screw heads behind the speaker. Again, this is to stop it rubbing against any wiring and causing an electrical problem. Within the kit is another piece of black foam which again splits into two, one for each speaker. We're going to stick the foam around the outside of the speaker so that it's sandwiched between the rear trim and the speaker when it's all installed together. Finally, on the rear trim itself, turn it over, and on the back is a layer of sort of padding that needs cutting away to reveal the speaker opening. There is a set of measurements that are required, and you just simply cut and dispose of the unwanted material. In the kit are some little sticky strips which you then use to just stick down and secure the ends of the foam that's still fitted to the trim. So in the words of the famous Haynes manual, reassembly is the reverse of disassembly. So now you just put all the panels back in, replacing all of the studs and all the different bits and pieces in exactly the reverse order. Of course, I've only shown you one side. You have to do this for both sides of the car. For the speakers, there are some minor variations in the diagram of where to stick things, but I'm sure you can work that out for yourself. So that concludes this video on how to install the rear speakers. Hope you enjoyed it. As we said at the beginning, you can purchase the mounting kit from the Big Jimny store. The link is up on the right, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.